Hey guys, welcome back to FYI with Crystal. Yeah, that was me trying to be witty. Yeah, so welcome back to FYI with Crystal. Thank you guys for being here. So today I decided to do something, a bit fun. I've been wanting to, a bit more fun. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I've just never, had the, should I say, time or opportunity to do it. So I was like, today I'm definitely going to do it. So it's a part of FYI that I call Tweet Bits. So what is this section about, or this session rather? It's about funny tweets that Nigerians, people generally, but Nigerians particularly, put out. The streets of Twitter can be crazy, like absolutely crazy. You could get on Twitter depressed, and by the time you see certain tweets and you finish laughing, you'd wonder where all the depression flew out to. It's crazy. So I thought to share with you guys some of the, tweets that I saw that were extremely funny to me, right? So I'll just share some of them and then let's just have some fun together. So now, the first tweet is by Makanaki. Shout out to you. So this guy says, how can I request Bolt and it's Sienna that is coming? He goes on to say, am I going to Anambra? As people are crazy. People are so crazy. This other person, Meme Lopa, says, shout out to you. Today, I made my first money as a programmer. You'd be like, wow. Next line goes, I sold my laptop. So imagine the irony. The first money he made as a programmer was selling his laptop. He's not even gone through the training, nothing. He sold his laptop. Crazy. Indispensable David says, she said she loves boys on dreadlocks. I went ahead and did a dreadlock, but she still rejected me. Guess what somebody's response was? Unlucky Dube. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I laughed my heart out when I saw that. Oh, Lord of mercy. Now, this next one, you need to see this picture right on the screen to understand it. How many people here have seen Money Heist? I guess a lot of people have seen Money Heist. So the new guy is in the Big Brother house. This girl who, I can't remember her name right now, but the one who drives a taxi, right? So somebody put her picture dressed like one of the Money Heist people and says, Money Heist new character unlocked. Ibadan. Tokyo could never. Oh God. I mean, just see the picture right here. You understand what I'm saying? So her name for the Money Heist is Ibadan. So like Tokyo has nothing on her. Oh God, you guys will get what I mean. So, oh God, this is another crazy picture. I happen to even know this person, Rich Baby, PhD. Now look at the picture. This is somebody's tweet. Look at the picture and then they laugh and he says, I'm tired of you people. Now, if you see this picture, you'll understand why this tweet is ridiculous and why it's funny. Now, I might dwell on this for a little bit. So somebody tweets, yes sir, tweets, shout out to you, and he says, fellas, what's your female traits? This is not a safe space, but go ahead anyway. Now, the responses is what will crack the hell out of you. Listen to some responses. This guy says, my hips swing if I walk down a hill too fast. Don't forget, the question is, fellas, what's your female traits, right? This other guy says, candles. Sometimes I leave the crib with the sole purpose of smelling and buying candles. Hints of vanilla and shit. Now, I actually respond to that. I'm like, okay, this is so me, but I just didn't know that trait was exclusively for the females. LOL. What world do you all live in, though? Yeah. Follow me with this thread, right? Because a lot of things here are funny, but then at the end of the day, you begin to ponder and you're like, for real though, like these are like normal things. Why is this like patriarchy? Is it this bad? Like, is the masculinity so fragile? Or this is like almost toxic masculinity, whereby guys are doing certain things that human beings do, but yet you've put yourself in such a box that you feel is exclusively meant for female, whereas all you need to do is just live your life. Somebody said, this is really funny. God Skin Nigger said, I have a big stomach, but I still identify as skinny. That is crazy. Oh God, this other guy says, I order water with lemon. I respond to this and I'm like, isn't that normal? With my emoji. Like, that is normal. Don't people take water and lemon? Like, what's the big deal? Whatever. Okay, this other person says, texting back late on purpose. Then this guy says, I kick my feet up when I lay on my stomach. And I just started laughing. I'm like, I was trying to imagine. I'm like, okay, you lay on your stomach and then you put your feet up. And I'm like, okay, is that a female? I mean, Annabelle, is that a female trait? Like when you lay on your stomach and you put your legs up, is that a female? So if a guy does that, that's funny. Are you serious? I swear, like, I didn't know about that. Like, I was reading, I'm like, okay, I didn't even know that was like an exclusive thing for the females, but okay. A lady says it's weird if she sees a guy doing it. I'm like, okay, fine. This other guy says, I cross my legs when I'm watching TV by myself. That is so weird. Like, wow, look at the things people are noticing. That is so weird. Okay. This other guy says, I'm emotional ASF, but also emotionally unavailable to almost everyone. That was crazy, but I personally responded to that, and I'm like, those two could in fact be mutually exclusive, so whatever. Now, a girl comes into the thread, and here's what she says. She says, and this is oh God, whatever. A girl says, men came in this thread and described being a human and are calling it their female traits. Men said, I be crying. Sir, you are supposed to do that. Like, it's normal. If there's an issue and warrants you crying, cry. It's not a female trait. Anyway, that was just her expressing herself. Okay, down to some other funny one. Okay, this is a Nigerian. He's popular on Twitter streets. His name is Jason Rogue the God. He says, whining my waist on the dance floor. Annabelle, did you hear that? Yes. Is that a female trait? Well, I couldn't wind my waist to save my life, so whatever. I can't. So whatever. I'm sure David, you can wind your waist. I know. David is the one over there with the red hair. And he twerks too. David, it is well. Don't worry, we're going to put his picture so you see who I'm talking about. Okay. So let me go down to another one that I really found to be very funny. Please, this is someone's tweet. This is funny. Okay, so this guy's name is Rome, and he says, I be blushing when other niggas say my ass fat as hell. Please, disclaimer. I don't know, but that's crazy. I really found that to be funny, like weirdly funny. This guy says, his name is Freak57. He says, I sing female R&B songs in their voices. Get it right. Like, the issue is not that he's singing the female R&B song, but he's singing the female R&B songs in their voices. Let's get an example. David, give me one example. Steve, give me one example. Female R&B song. Okay, let's say Mariah Carey. Yeah, what song?
I give my all to you.
Hey, you know that song? I give my all. So the guy will be like, I give my all. That is the epicness of this tweet. Like, he sings female R&B songs in their voices. So I'm sure this guy will be like hitting all the whistle notes that Mariah Carey only can hit. That's ludicrous, guys. Oh gosh. Okay, let's just do a couple more. We don't have too much time. Okay, another female comes in and says 98% of what these guys are describing as female traits is actually just being human. The same thing the other girl said. She's like, aren't you supposed to be human? Heal yourselves from that thing called toxic masculinity, please. And this is very important. So away from all the laughs and all the crews we are catching, guys, please heal yourself from toxic masculinity. Don't cage yourself into some sort of box or spectrum just because you're trying to be a certain way and you miss out on certain very, important things in life. Okay? There are lots of some other women too who have come in to respond. This other guy says, I don't know if it's a female trait, but I like when my woman treats me like property. She's like, you belong to me, right? And him is like, that's the meme he uses. So I'm going to put the meme up here so you guys can see. This is crazy. Oh, gosh. This other guy says he prefers to use women deodorants, that it's better than men's deodorants. Do you, if that's what you want to do, please. By all means, who cares, really? This guy says, I sing I'm every woman at the top of my lungs every time Chaka Khan sings that part. You know that song, I'm every woman. So somebody now responds and says, I hope this includes when you are gardening. Okay, let's move it. Okay, this guy says his name is Sky Daddy. And he says, I poke on my lips when I'm putting on lip balm. I'll even blow a kiss and wink before walking away from the mirror. You know that thing women do when they put on like lipstick, like, he's like, he does that when he puts lip balm and then he'll look at the mirror and wink and then walk away. So this stuff gets me thinking, and in my head I'm like, you'll be amazed the amount of stupid, ridiculous things that guys do when they are alone at home. But then they come out and they put on their, thug caps and they're all, bouncing and acting as though they are, Jay-Z and crazy. That's just crazy. Like, just be yourself. But this thread, though, it's crazy. Okay, so this guy says, his name is Five Father. He says, my ass is nice. It's extremely difficult to brag about it as a straight man. Then a white guy responds and says, kudos, man. As a white guy, I'll never know the luxury of having an ass. Okay, so let's go get the final one. So, oh gosh, this is crazy. This guy says, I ask for back rubs and hope she takes advantage of me. Okay, guys, please, we have to call it a wrap. Like on this particular thread, it's been fun, following the thread. But then there was a final response to this thread, and I'm just going to read it. Like, this response really got to me. Another lady responds and she says, this whole post, thread, and quote tweets make me feel sad and disgusted. Misogyny really has men thinking that by enjoying themselves more, they are showing more femininity. And she ends it. And actually that makes a lot of sense, because away from the laughs, for me, like, it's not about doing certain things or not doing certain things. For me, it's about just living and being your true, authentic selves. Like, if you like certain things, and like these things you like, there's nothing wrong with them. Nothing stops you from living out your life and not putting yourself in a box because, this color is this or this stuff is meant for women. No, really, it doesn't make sense. Just, you're human. Why do you prevent yourself from doing certain things that humans do just because you want to appear to be, in a certain type of way? That in itself, to me, is like the biggest type of, hypocrisy. So I'm just going to read like 3 other tweets I saw which really made sense to me, and I'll just share it. So this person says, this is very encouraging. This person's name is China, and he says, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but rising every time we fall. Take that as a word of encouragement. Um, Rotimi, the celebrity, the guy in power, he says, this was something he tweeted out on the 13th of June. He says, never underestimate the determination of a Nigerian. We excel. We excel at all costs. And that is very true. Because if you look at the country Nigeria and what most of the evil leaders have turned the country into, if most of us, the young people, were going to follow in that, train or allow ourselves be victim, I'm sure most people would have been dead and gone and forgotten by now. But one thing I know is that as a Nigerian, we always want to strive and fight and push our way through, no matter what the situation might be, because we have to come out victorious. A pastor mentor friend, not friend, a pastor mentor of mine said something. He said he's noticed that Nigerians have this extraordinary shock absorber. And that is very true. Like things that certain people would not be able to take, Nigerians are able to take them and still rise up above them. So if you're out there watching me today and you are a Nigerian, kudos to you, because guess what? You are a survivor, and this is just the beginning for you. You would keep doing bigger, and greater things. All right? Amen to that. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll be wrapping this up for now. This is Tweet Picks, and I will make our time to run another episode of this very soon. So hope you guys had fun, as much fun as I did, going through this thread with you. Twitter is a crazy street. It's a whole different world in itself. But anyway, thank you guys for watching and being with me. Don't forget to make somebody smile today, because it doesn't cost you anything. Thank you for watching.